Hi, everybody. Um, I've had a few people ask me about my diamond painting hobby that I do, so I thought what I might do is just give a real quick crash course on how this is done. So, first of all, when you open your diamond painting, this is the little set that you get with it in order to do it. You get your tray, a small piece of wax. Sometimes you only get half this much, and it's okay because a little piece of wax goes a long way. A piece like this gets me through 5 or 6 really great big diamond paintings. You don't need much. Okay. This is your diamond painting pen. It's just a little plastic pen. It's got an end on it that you fill with your wax. Okay. You just dip it in the wax and then you pick up your diamond and place it on your canvas. It's that simple. You also get a pair of tweezers, okay? The tweezers can be used, say, if you accidentally drop a diamond or 10 on your canvas and you want to take them off. Your canvas is really sticky, so this helps to pick up your diamonds, any that you want to pick up and maybe put back in your tray or whatever. If you put a diamond in the wrong place here, like, you can pick it up and from wherever and again put it back in your tray. So anyhow, you get an entire set just like this with every single canvas that you buy. You get a brand new set of stuff. So um, anyway, so that's that. The other thing that you sometimes get is this paper. This paper has your legend on it and a picture of your diamond painting that you've just opened. This is the one that I'm working on now. It's my little church. So there's the picture. Okay. The numbers of your diamonds are the same as DMC floss, like you do for cross stitch and things. So these numbers over on this side, 152, 161, 310, and so on, those are your DMC colors. These are the colors of each of your diamonds. Okay. Then your canvas has codes all over it. Okay. In my case, on this particular canvas, the number 4 code is going to be for number 152 color. The letter Y is going to be the code for my 161 color. My code Z is going to be for my 310 color. And sometimes they place little squiggles. I hope you can see this. And different little things, like this thing here. Okay, that's going to be on my canvas, and that is for my number 734 code. On down, here's a plus sign. That is going to be for my number 931 code. And so on and so on. Okay, so you will see that's that. Now, let's say you don't get this paper, and some of them are starting to not send this. It's okay. You don't have to worry, because I will show you here. Your diamond painting always has the legend printed on the one side. Okay, so let me see if I can pick this up and show you. I don't want to. This canvas is so large. Okay, so here is the legend on the side of my current diamond painting. And it has all those things printed. This is the code number, the DMC code, and there's the code that's going to be on my canvas. So again, my number 4 color is going to be color number 152 of DMC. Okay. And this arrow thing is going to be DMC color number 793. So I'm going to open, if I can turn this around again, I'm going to open up this part of my canvas. Okay, so now you can see, hopefully, give it a chance. There, see all those codes? Now I have this sideways, but you can still see, like the letter F down here. I'll use that color, and I'll just look it up on my legend on the side here, which one is F, and then I'll go for that color. Okay, so I'm going to put this back, and you can see how sticky this canvas is. Okay, it comes with a film over top of it that you just peel back. Okay, so what I do is I buy these little bags, these little Ziploc baggies. They're only about, and maybe in, what are they, an inch and a half or so. And then I get these little labels. Okay. And so I peel one off, and I'm going to stick it to the baggie. Okay. And then I'm going to take a pen and I'll say, okay, my number 4 code. Okay. Again, my number 4 code is DMC 152. So what I'll do is I'll write a number 4 here, and then 152 off to the side. Okay? And then what I'm going to do is take my beads, which come in a bag like this. Okay. Sometimes they put them in bags for you and send them to you that way. Not usually, though. Okay? So what they do is they send you these little bags full of your beads. So here I'm using this one because it's lighter and it's easier to see. So this is DMC code number 453. Okay. So what I'm going to do is then I'll open this up, and I can fit 7 of these things into one of these bags. So I'm not going to do it now because I have enough open for myself, but where's my tray? Okay, so I'm going to open, say, 7 of these, or however, if you only get 2, just open 2, because you're not, some colors you don't need a lot of, and they don't send them. They send just as much as you need. So I'll open, say this only comes with 2. I'll take both of these packets and open them up with a pair of scissors, and I'll dump them in here. And then I'm going to just take my tray and put all of those into this baggie, and I'll close it up, and then I'll go on to the next. And I keep labeling baggies until I have all of my codes ready to go. This is called kitting up. You take your kit and you're preparing it to get started. So this is how I started out using these baggies. You can do whatever works for you. Now, after all this time, I have this little suitcase and I have these jars that I put them in. And so I just put the labels right on my jars now. So this is code X and DMC color 844. Okay, so once you get all that done, you're ready to get started. And so we'll go on to the next phase. So next, you when you take your canvas out of the box and unroll it, it might not be perfectly flat. Okay, so the easiest way to make it flat, it's really simple. All you do is take the parchment film that's on your canvas, you peel it the whole way back. And as you're peeling it back, it'll help to straighten that out. Okay? And then you just lay it right back down again. And that part will be straight. Okay? Then mine's done in two different pieces. Sometimes the whole canvas is just one solid sheet of parchment, which is fine. This one came in two. So then I'll take this half and I'll do the same. Peel it the whole way back until it flattens out, okay, as far as you can go without taking it off, and then put it back down. You never ever want to take all of your parchment off, because as you're doing it, over time, the sticky will come off of your canvas and you don't want that. So what I do is I turn this back around so you can see. I'll sit it sideways for now. I peel back like this much at a time, okay? And then I'll cut it with a pair of scissors and do just a section at a time. So I've done this section here, okay? So I'm done with that. And next, I'm going to pull this back and I'll work on this section. And say, if I don't finish this tonight, I'll just do whatever, as much as I want to get done. And if I get tired or something, or, if I just don't finish what I wanted to, I will put this back down over top of what's done, just to keep the rest of the sticky nice and sticky. Okay. And then tomorrow, when I want to sit down and do it again and finish that part up, I'll just pull it back, and whatever is done on here, that's fine. Okay. And then that's that. I'll finish it up, and then I can remove this once all the beads are put down. Okay. So on this canvas, that's my next section to be done. Here's the other section. I work all kind of different ways. So I started this canvas at the bottom, and I cut this, and I did this half over the course of a day or two. Okay. The next day, I peeled this part back and I did this part up here. So, okay. And then what I do, because this is such a big canvas, the next section, I just turned this sideways and I did it sideways. I've been known to do this upside down. It just depends. Like the next section of this part, I'll peel this back. Okay. And I'll cut straight down, and I'll do the same thing that I did on that side. Okay. And that's all there is to it. So That's that. I would suggest you can do whatever is best for you, but I would suggest if you're right-handed, start at the right side of your canvas over here. If you're left-handed, start over there at the left side. The reason being is because if you peel this back and you're right-handed and you start over here, then the heel of your hand is going to end up laying on the sticky part like that. That's what you don't want, because the more you touch this canvas, the sticky stuff will, the sticky glue will start to come off, and you don't want that, because then now you've got other problems. And I have done that on occasion. The answer to that is double-sided tape, which I have on hand here for just in case. Okay, so if the sticky comes off, I'll just take however much of a piece of tape I need, and it's sticky on both sides. I'll just lay it down on the canvas like this in the part that has become non-sticky. That doesn't usually happen, because I've learned through time not to do that, but I keep it on hand just in case, just to keep things simple. And then I'll just take the beads and stick it right on that piece of tape until I'm out of that non-sticky area and back to another area that is sticky. So I just use that for the parts that may have come unglued. Okay, so I'll place a couple of diamonds so you can see that. We'll move on to that phase. Okay, so I guess I'll choose to do my code number 6. The 6s will be on the canvas. Again, this is my DMC color, 3835. Boy, this is darker than what I want it to be, but it's the best I have here. So I'm going to take some of these and put them into the tray. Okay. And just kind of shake the tray a little bit. Now, because I'm blind, I use my magnifying glass. Okay, so I'm going to pull back. Your wax has a little film over it to keep it from getting dirty and things sticking to it. Okay, so I'm going to dip my pen down into that wax. You can see where I dipped it, right? Okay, so now I have wax down inside my pen. I just kind of do like that. So pull my canvas back so you can see it. I know this probably looks like a lot more than it really is. I'm just trying to go into some detail so you can really get an idea of what I'm doing here. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Okay. So again, I'm looking for the 6s, and I apologize that this is sideways, but that's how I'm working right now. So dipping and placing. Whoops. Okay. So try another one. I'm dipping and placing. There. So if some of the wax comes off and sticks to your thing, your bead, just do like that. It'll, after a couple times, it'll not be so messy. So I'm just sticking and placing right now, but normally what I do is okay. normally what I do is I'll go down the row and I'll look for any sixes in this row. Sixes in this row. And if they're side by side, then I place them. Then I go to the next row. Or sometimes I'll go up this way where these 3 6s are beside each other. Okay, you see that? 6s. So I'm going to place that there on that 6. Okay, we'll do another one. There's another 6. Okay, and that's all there is to it. It's just that simple. So what I'll do is I'll find all the 6s on this area and stick that color to the 6s. Then when I'm done, I'll place everything back in my baggie or my little bottle here. And I'll move on to the next color. This goes a lot faster, you know, when you're just sitting here doing it by yourself. I mean, it really does move along. Okay, so that's really all there is to it. You just keep going. And then when I'm done with this, tomorrow I'll start another section or whenever, once I get this section finished. So that's all there is to that until you're finally finished with your canvas. And that's diamond painting. So, a couple of things you might run into. There are some little glitches here and there that you might run into along the way. Sometimes when you go to use your beads, they might stick together. Sometimes you get them and they're sticking together. In that case, you're just going to pour your diamonds in. This is one way to do it. You pour your diamonds into your tray and you take another tray and just go like that. And usually they tend to come apart. If that doesn't work, and sometimes it doesn't, I bought myself this little separator. This, I hate to say this, I don't smoke pot, but this is sometimes used for that. And I guess you use it to, you know, do whatever they do. But I bought this to separate the beads. And this has these, you can see these teeth on both the lid and the bottom. And what you can do is pour, and you see some of these are sticking together in this batch, in this particular batch. So you just put them in there and very gently just go back and forth like this. I got this on Amazon for a couple of bucks. Okay. And then I'll turn it upside down and go that way. You just want to do it real gently and you don't want to push down because it'll scratch the top of your beads. Then they won't shine. Okay. But you can see how, whoops, a lot of those are separated now, most of them. And you might have to do it again a couple of times, but it does really, really help the problem. So there we go. Okay, see how those came apart? Nice. Other times you're going to have problems with static electricity. It doesn't happen all that much, but every once in a while it happens. So what I do is, oh, I don't have one in here. But anyway, I just get a dryer sheet and I'll cut it up into little strips. And I'll put one little piece of dryer sheet, just about, you know, that size or so. And I'll put it down in there with the beads. put the lid on, or if it's in your baggie, just push it down in your baggie and shake the baggie or your bottle, whatever. And I'll leave it in there for the duration of the whole time I'm doing my diamond painting. Other times, uh, you will get a load like this. These have a little bit of machine oil on them. Okay, and what you can do is take the entire bottle, and I use a tea strainer, and I just lay them down in the tea strainer, and I get some Dawn dish liquid, and I run that whole tea strainer full under warm water, and then I just swish my fingers around and wash it up real good with my fingers, and then I rinse them, and then I'll set that tea strainer over a coffee cup overnight, just on top of it until they dry, okay? And then that machine oil comes right off, and you can put them back in your bottle or your baggie, whichever you happen to be using, okay? And it works out really well for you. So I just thought I would tell you that. So another little glitch that you might run into is, and this will happen, you'll be working and all of a sudden something happens where you bump your tray and it lands on the floor. This is not a fun time. This is you're going to probably say a few choice words that you wouldn't normally use. And now you've got these little things all over the floor. Before you start trying to pick them up with your fingers, the easiest way to get them up is with a vacuum cleaner wand, and take a nylon stocking and put over the end of your wand, then turn it on and put that wand down towards the floor, and your beads will jump right up and stick to that nylon. Okay, then you can put that whole thing over top of a bowl or something, or on top of your tabletop, whatever. Turn it off, and then they'll all fall into one nice, neat little pile. So that's how you do that if you run into that problem. That's going to happen a time or two. I can guarantee it. I have had that problem. Another little glitch that you might run into that I'll tell you about is every once in a while, this will happen during shipping. Your canvas, when you go to peel it back, you might have a really hard time, and the reason is because sometimes during shipping, the glue transferred itself from the actual canvas onto your parchment. Okay? Don't panic. The way to fix that is, if that's happened and there's like maybe not a bit of sticky stuff on your canvas, just turn it over on the back. One way is use a very, very like just a lukewarm iron, and you can iron the back of not this part, but the back of your canvas, because the back of your canvas is made of a material. If you can see, it's a material kind of stuff. And so if you run just a lukewarm iron over the whole back of your canvas, that should help to transfer your glue back onto the canvas, and it'll be good as new. I don't do all that. What I've learned is I'll just take my hands like this. Okay? And the heat from my hands is enough to transfer it. And then I'll do up here. And I'll hold it like that for a minute or two. And then I'll do up, and I just keep moving my hands like that. And that alone will transfer, the glue right back onto the canvas. And it's as good as new. Then you'll be able to peel your stuff back, no problem. So that's that little problem. I'm trying to think what else. Those are just little tips that I've learned along the way for any little problems that come up. So anyway, that's it. I just thought I'd give you a little diamond painting 101. See you later. Before I go, I thought of one more thing. Every now and again, and this has happened to me too, and this is really scary, but every now and again, you might have a tissue nearby that you blew your nose on, or you're just keeping it there for some reason, or even your paper with your legend on it. If you ever get a regular piece of paper stuck to your canvas, all you have to do is take a baby wipe that's already dampened and rub it on the canvas, and that will just, hold it on there, and then rub it a little bit, and you can peel that paper right off. It works. The thing is then, just keep once that happens and you've rubbed it, to get your paper off, leave your paper peeled back until the canvas dries, and it's like magic. Okay? Once your canvas dries, that area that you wet down will actually be sticky again. Don't ask me how it works. I don't know, but it does. It's a miracle. So I wanted to let you know that. So there's a way to do every little problem that you come up with. There's a way. And so I'm just trying to tell you some little tips on things. Now this is, I'm going to show you this. I bought this great big binder. It zips. I keep all of my unused beads in this binder. And I got myself a label maker. And what I do is then I keep all the beads that once I'm done with a canvas, I'll keep all my beads in here. And I have S for square. Sometimes these come in round beads, and the whole canvas is done with round beads. So I have a section for round and a whole section for square. And then 158 is the DMC number. So in the future, if I ever run out of beads, then I have this whole book full of leftover beads that I can use. Then I don't have to buy extras. So I really, really like to do that. If you're only going to do 1 or 2 canvases, I wouldn't worry about keeping them, but because I do this constantly, I spend my life diamond painting, I do it. These are baseball card sleeves that I bought on Amazon, okay? And the tops, I keep the tops pinched shut with those little labels, because if I don't, the tops of them, the little bags are slippery and they'll slip right out of the tops, so you can see how I pinch them shut with the labels. But anyhow, the rest of them stay in pretty good, in the middle and at the bottom. So anyhow, but I have all of these. And this is a whole great big binder full. So I just thought I'd show you that too. So now that's all. So that's all I wanted to show you, and happy diamond painting if you decide to do this. I know this sounds like a lot. It's not near as bad as it sounds. It's just that it's really nice to have somebody to show you what to do with this before you go to sit down and do it. Really helpful. That's what I did. I found somebody on YouTube that explained, for the most part, exactly what I'm explaining to you, and I was really grateful that that person did it. because it really was so helpful to me. Anyway, happy diamond painting. Bye.